Trigonometry is the study of the ratio of the sides of a right triangle. So you may have seen on your calculator the buttons that say sin, cos, and tan, and that is actually sine, cosine, and tangent. Those buttons right here. And you probably had no idea what those buttons were for. Now you're going to learn. Sine is the ratio of the side opposite the angle and the hypotenuse. Cosine is the ratio of the side adjacent to the angle and the hypotenuse, and tangent is the ratio of the sides opposite and adjacent to the angle. Since all triangles of a certain angle are going to be similar, these ratios will be the same no matter the size of the triangle, as long as the angles match. It's always a ratio of two sides of a right triangle. So the first thing we want to do is be able to identify which sides are which. So here we have a right triangle, and here's the right angle, and this is a symbol theta, which is a symbol that is used to represent an angle. So this is the angle we're going to focus on. We want to identify the sides opposite the angle, adjacent to the angle, and the hypotenuse of this right triangle. The hypotenuse is always the side across from the right angle. So this would be the hypotenuse. The side opposite the angle is over here. You go straight across to this side. This is opposite. And then the side adjacent to the angle would be this side. Adjacent means touching or next to, so it's always the side that is touching or next to the angle theta. Hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. Adjacent and opposite is across from the angle. So I have two more that you're going to try on your own. See if you can identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side, and the adjacent side on this right triangle. Pause the video while you try. Okay, so hopefully you already tried these. Here is our theta. This side is across from the right angle, so this is your hypotenuse. This side is across from the angle theta, so we'll call this opposite. And this is touching the angle theta, so this is the adjacent side. Very good. One more we're going to try. Hold on. So here's one last example. Try this one out. Pause your video and see if you can figure out which side is opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse in this triangle. Okay, so here are the answers. If we go to the right angle and go across from it, we have the hypotenuse, which is right here. This side is touching the angle theta, so this is the adjacent side. And this side is across from the angle theta, so we call this side opposite. So that is how you identify the sides on a right triangle. Now we're going to be going over the sine, cosine, and tangent. So the sine is a ratio of the opposite side and the hypotenuse. The cosine is a ratio of the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. And the tangent is a ratio of the opposite side and the adjacent side.